Hey, it's showtime, but it's not the Apollo. You're in the right place at the right time. Hey, man, we've got the very elite, awesome class of 86. We got the trifecta. You know, I don't know what's up with the lone wolf. We can't get the lone wolf to show up. I know. I'm putting it in the sky for you, Lone Wolf. Hodrick said he wants you, Lone Wolf. And I know if you're watching this, Lone Wolf, we don't know where you're at tonight. But anyway, we got Barbara Mathis. We got my main man HP Hodrick Porche, class of '86 in the house. We're going to talk a little while about this NBA Finals, game 3 and 4. Ms. Mathis, how are you doing tonight, ma'am?
I am doing well, Cornell. How are you?
Oh, excellent. Peachy Keen. Any better, I can't stand it.
Very good, very good.
Yes, ma'am. HP, how are you doing tonight, my brother?
Hey, you know my man. Hey, I'm doing great. I'm happy. It's 2-2.
It's 2-2.
We gonna win it.
Listen, you about to make me say, don't mess with my 2-2. Uh-oh. More people like that just now. The more people say, hey, I like that music they playing. But we're going to go ahead and play the promo. After the promo, we're going to be back with our show.
A banker and a lawyer both fall into a river. Here's the dilemma. Should you root for Milwaukee Bucks or Phoenix Suns? Hey, we're back. Hey, a little bit of that reggae music. Get you going on Friday night. The only thing I needed to hear was, don't be a wallflower, get off the wall. Be a goose, man. We're jamming 2000. That's right. That's right. Coming to you live tonight, NBA Finals, Game 3 and 4 review. I know HP had a surprise. I don't know if HP can hold that surprise. You can hold that surprise, HP?
Hey, I won't do that surprise. I want the lone wolf.
You want the lone wolf for you use your surprise?
For the lone wolf.
Well, listen. I'm gonna unleash my surprise. Then I'm gonna unleash my surprise. Just the excerpt. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light, and somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there's no joy in Mudville. In Phoenix, mighty Casey has struck out. And that's just an excerpt of Casey at Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, 1863-1940. My literature teacher would be proud of me because she knew I used to never pay attention in class.
Yes.
She said, I never be nothing, but look at me right now. So the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks, the Milwaukee basketball Bucks, squaring up, two prize fighters, and now we are knotted up at 2-2. Barbara Mathis, HP, did you guys see this coming?
I didn't.
Sure.
Yeah, a total surprise. But it's a good surprise because I just want to see a good game. I didn't expect the Suns to lose 2 on the road. But nonetheless, here we are, and it's been a good series thus far. As I stated when we were discussing after game 2, defense win games. And so the Bucks came to play. So I don't regret my prior predictions about what happened. So, but so far it's been good games, good defense.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mathis, breaking it down, dissecting it for us. HP, did you see it coming, sir?
I saw it coming. You gotta believe in me.
Doo-doo-doo.
I saw it coming, TJ.
You saw it coming?
Because Milwaukee, you gotta look at it now. They started slow against the Nets. They started slow against the Hawks. I mean, they took the third game of the last 2 series for them to get going. Of course, the Heat series, I mean, the Heat didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
But game 1, they did. You know, after the Heat lost game 1, I mean, 2, 3, 4, it was a wrap. But I'm not surprised at all. It's 2-2. And
Knotted up 2-2.
I'm not going to be surprised tomorrow night if Milwaukee will be up 3-2. Because I'm thinking whoever wins the game tomorrow night will most likely win the finals. So, Holiday, if you can give me 20 points.
20 points, Drew.
Drew, I just need 20 points.
20 points.
And continue playing your great defense. And we'll be heading back to Milwaukee up 3-2.
That's right.
I'm not surprised at all. I like the comment that Herb made about the money. Okay? I don't know why people were thinking that Phoenix going to win this and 4. They're not going to let that happen. There's a lot of money involved.
A lot of money.
Chris Paul performance, game 4. I never saw Chris Paul play that bad in his 16-year career.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was under the weather or was he getting paid to play that type of performance or what. But that wasn't the real Chris Paul.
No, I agree.
Something's going on.
It's cousin on that, or brother, whoever that was on that State Farm commercial.
Cliff. That was Cliff.
That was Cliff Paul.
That was Cliff.
That was Cliff.
That was Cliff. We saw Cliff the other night. We saw Cliff. And Michael Bryant.
I saw it coming, 2-2. I knew it. I mean, like I said earlier, you got to defend home court, and that's what Milwaukee did.
Mm-hmm.
So all they got to do is steal one. They better steal game 5. If they steal game 5, we go back up Milwaukee. It's a wrap.
So Michael Bryant says, Bam Mab says, wow, Hardy is singing the Hoppin' John song. So HB, Michael Bryant's chiming in on you tonight. Bam Mab talking about the Hoppin' John song.
Man, that Duncan Jr., man, I don't know what I'm going to do with those two.
Well, we're glad to have Bam Mab chiming in with us tonight, man. We're glad he's watching. Yeah, I know we can get some happy relief because he's funny, man. Absolutely. Huh?
I heard he's supposed to be a very talented singer.
Bam Mab?
No, Junior Duncan.
Oh, man, listen. If you have never heard nobody sing before, bro, I went to their church one Sunday. I known Junior all my life. All I ever knew Junior to do was dirty stuff to me, like kick me in gym, kick me in my shin so he could score, and tackle me and pull my flag off and flag football. And all Coach Watson said was, "Be a darn man, be a darn man." You know, Watson loved Junior. But I went to Grace Church one Sunday, and I heard somebody singing, and it was coming out Junior mouth. Bro, Junior can sing. Let me tell you.
He's very talented. I get that. He's a very talented singer.
He's an awesome singer. Junior can really sing. Somebody out there making Junior money. Because I'm telling you.
I'm going to challenge him next time I come to the corner.
Junior got some talent now. Yeah, Junior got talent, bro. He does. And so one thing we learned from game 4, we learned that Middleton is a game changer. His 40 points helped drive nails in the Suns' coffin.
Excuse me.
We learned Middleton is a game changer. We learned that Booker alone cannot decide the Suns' destiny or steer the SS Phoenix in tumultuous waters. We learned CP3 is not Superman. He's mortal. He has kryptonite like any other superhero. And we learned that Booker is Kwai Chang, grasshopper, take the rock from my hand. The apprentice of Kobe bounced it back like a Jedi soldier, dropping 42 in game 4 and immune to fouling out. So, game 5. How big is game 5 in this series?
Like I said, game 5, to me, is going to decide who's probably going to win. But I'm leaning to Milwaukee, like I said, winning game 5. They have to win game 5. They got to win 1. So their best bet is to win tomorrow night. Because if they lose and they go back out to Milwaukee and hopefully win game 6, I don't think they can win game 7 down there in Phoenix.
All right. Okay.
They got to win game 5. I need Holiday to give me, once again, please give me 20 points.
Just 20.
Just 20.
Just 20.
If you look at it, whenever he scored over 20 points, I think they lost like 1 game in the playoffs. So their record probably is 12-1 when Holiday scores 20 plus points. So just give me 20.
Just 20.
Just 20.
Just 20.
Just 20. Not 19, not 21. Give me 20.
Give me 20.
If you give me 21, I might be asking for too much. Just give me 20.
Barbara, how big is Game 5 in this series?
Game 5 is huge. I believe it's the game. It's going to be the game-changing game. Even though Phoenix is going to be home, they really have to come out ready to play. Keep the fouls at bay. That's what hurt them in Game 3 and in Game 4. But more specifically, in Game 4, the fouls just hurt them. So if they don't come ready to play and the Bucks win, that it's going to be it for them.
Okay. All right. Mike, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Hadri.
Not saying it's over. Like she said, if we win, I mean, I'm saying well, the Bucks, they're not my team, but, but if the Bucks win, Game 5 is over.
It's over now. All right. That's what that sounded real horrible. That wasn't Luther, definitely wasn't Luther, because Luther would have bubbled it. So Michael Bryant was listening to us talk about Junior Duncan, and Mike said he has talent too. Mike said he can make a buttermeat sandwich and drain the grease off of it. So Mike said he got some talent too. And then Mike asked, why Hardy is talking like he can't hear. So Mike is over here checking us out, man. Mike running that car. Mike's crazy, bro.
I mean, drill sergeant, you can't, you got to talk loud.
You got to talk loud, right, HP?
Make sure you've been heard by 60 soldiers. 60. You got to talk loud. So excuse me if I talk loud sometime. It's just a habit.
So HP, you are the drill sergeant in the locker room of the Suns right now. What do you say to them before the game tomorrow night?
Really, I'm not gonna say nothing because I got money on this game. I'm going to I hope y'all play horrible like y'all did the last 2 games.
I didn't expect that answer. So what do you say to Milwaukee then, Drill Sergeant Porsche? What do you say to them before the game?
Drew Holiday, can I come and talk to you alone for a second?
You can call him out like that.
If you don't give me 20 points tonight, you're walking back to Milwaukee. I'm going to put you on the Greyhound. 3 days. Think about it. Give me those 20 points.
Wow.
Coach Mathis, what do you say to the Suns before the game tomorrow if you're talking to them in the locker room?
Well, I'm saying to them that they're back home where the sun is always shining. And they need to be prepared to shine as well. If they come back playing the same way that they played, most of them played, then you're going to lose. But I say to Chris Paul, he has to come. He has to show up. He is a vital point in the team. He needs to take the lead and do better than what he did in Game 3 and Game 4.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So with that, I love that. When the sun is shining, I like that. So now, what do you say to the Milwaukee Bucks if you're the coach, Coach Mathis, in the locker room?
Okay. I'd say for the Bucks, just keep the defense, regardless of where you are. The court doesn't matter. It's the same distance, same width, same height of the baskets. Keep playing your game. Keep feeding Giannis and the others. Middleton, keep shooting, keep hustling, and you're going to win the game. So the last 2 games, 3 and 4, were pivotal. They came out, they played, they did not give up. They really should have lost Game 4, in my opinion. So if they come out, they're playing with that heart and soul that they've played games 3 and 4, they're going to win. So keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. I like that. I feel motivated. I feel like I can hit my jump shot. I feel feel like I could pop. I feel like I could pop my jump shot.
That's right.
Absolutely, from right here.
That's right.
I got fired up
Absolutely.
when you said
Absolutely. That's right. Remember your fundamentals.
That's right.
Remember the fundamentals, because you're an NBA player, the fundamentals don't go away. You know, you shoot that shot, you go after that shot. Get that rebound, because there are too many opportunities to get the rebound after the shot's been made. And that's on both sides.
Absolutely.
So whoever clean up, good, gonna win.
That's right. Bam Map says spot on. And you know, we always talk about that HP. I know he's gonna have some things to say about fundamentals. And yeah, fundamental. It's just regular. Play basketball tomorrow.
Play ball.
Don't try to go out. It's not the NBA All-Star game.
Mm-mm.
You know,
right.
You ain't showboating for the fans. If you get a slam, good. Make those shots count.
Mm-hmm.
I would my message would be universal to both teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would tell them you've got to make those shots count tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them do not rush anything. Work the clock. You got 24 seconds to take a shot. When you take the shot, make sure it's the best shot available at the time. If you miss after passing it and trying to take the best shot, you're not losing. That's not a losing effort. But if you go down there and try to hit a 3-pointer and your 3-pointer is not working, don't keep doing the same thing over again.
Absolutely. And what I did observe from games 3 and 4, Cornell, is, like you said, it's a universal principle. Both teams, when they work that ball around instead of just going for the quick shot, 9 out of the 10 times, I would say, that's probably a high percentage, I'll say 6 out of 10, they were successful in getting a decent shot in the paint where it counts, where the percentage of hitting the shot was higher. So I'd say work the ball around. Don't be so quick to take that shot. Go for the best shot. And if someone's open for the 3 and you know they can hit that 3, then of course you want that shot too. But ball movement, defense wins games.
Defense wins games. HP, you want to say anything about fundamentals since we started talking about that?
Like I said, you got to limit the turnovers. Milwaukee wants to play half court. Phoenix wants to play full court. Milwaukee uses the clock more than Phoenix. Phoenix want to be like the old Charles Barkley days. And what's that coach? D'Antoni?
Yeah.
They want to goddamn shoot the ball within 15 seconds.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
It helps Milwaukee more if they play half court. Because they use the clock more efficient than Phoenix does. Phoenix want to shoot. They want to run full court. They want to play full court. Milwaukee to play half court because Phoenix, that speed Phoenix got was what killed Milwaukee those first 2 games.
Milwaukee does not want to run with Phoenix.
Can't run with them. Don't even try to run with them.
Yeah. Oh, HP. Guess who's in the house, HP? The mayor of Steeler Nation, Lone Wolf.
What's going on, good people?
In the house.
I just got a text saying that I'm supposed to be. I'm sorry about that. I didn't even know I was supposed to be on.
That's all right, Lone Wolf. That's all right, man. Good to have you on. We got 86 represent. We got the class of 84. Michael Bryant. He's on the chatting with us back and forth. And Lone Wolf, we've been talking. We just started talking about fundamentals, but what do you have? I mean, what's your take on what's going on? What happened in Game 4?
Well, here's my take. I'm on record for saying that I believe that Phoenix is going to win. Like I was saying when they were down 2-0, there is no way that Milwaukee's going to come back. I didn't think they had the mental metal to come back. But when you have a 9-point lead in the 4th quarter on the road, you got to win that game. So now that it's 2-2, I'm gonna go ahead and still stick by my series, but I'm not convinced. Like I think they let one get away. I'm really disappointed in Chris Paul. you know, because he's just like, he's having to work very, very hard, you know, to get his shots off. You know, I think they're playing great defense on him. And so, yeah, I'm not really, you know, I'm still going to go with Phoenix, but hey, it would not surprise me for Milwaukee to win.
All right. Okay. And Bam Mab chimes in, man, with some sad news. Excuse me. We know he's been sick for quite a while. Bam Mab says he just heard that Biz Markie passed away.
Yeah, I saw that. I about an hour.
Man.
Yeah, man. So you know that's back from our days, man.
Yeah, it is.
You got the vapors. That's right. You got the vapors. Absolutely. Girl, please. You work for UPS. That's right. Well, Biz Markie, man. Biz Markie. You know, I know some people talk real bad. They said Biz Monkey. I said, no, the man name is Markie.
Oh, wow.
Biz Markie. But yeah, man, we send shots out to Biz Markie, to his family and everybody, man, and especially from the class of 8. Are we back? Okay, we back. We had a moment there. Chris Paul, and you were saying we talked about it earlier, Lone Wolf, but Chris Paul has had 15 turnovers over the last 3 games, and it's the most in a 3-game stretch in the playoffs since 2012. So that's a record that he has. What do you think is causing so much bleeding with his dribbling? If he was a running back, he's fumbling. 15 turnovers.
I don't know. I'll just say that you know, he's what, 36 years old?
Yeah.
So maybe he's showing his age. You know, Chris Paul is listed at 6 feet tall, but I don't think he's really 6 feet tall.
I don't think so either.
You know, so I just think they're making him work very, very hard. And you know, he had good games, what, 1 through 3. So I'm not really sure. They're picking him up full court, it seems to me. And he's having a hard time, you know, running his picks. He's having a hard time shooting his shots. You know, Devin Booker wasn't shooting that well, you know, and then he went on fire in game 4. But yeah, I'm not really sure what's up with Chris Paul. He's having a hard time.
Yeah, it looks to me like his head wasn't in the game. It doesn't look like his age was a factor. I mean, he was hustling up and down the court. It doesn't look like he was out of breath at any particular time. It just looked like he wasn't there. He wasn't mentally there in the game, and he just wasn't in tune with what was going on. And yeah, I'm hoping that he's not getting any CBD rubs or anything like that. But it just seems like he wasn't there. He was in a fog. And if he doesn't come to play for the rest of the season, he might find himself being out of a job, at least with the Phoenix Suns. He needs to bring it. He need total meltdown. Total meltdown.
HP, what say you about Chris Paul? They do have 100. You know, they said they were talking earlier after those first 2 games about the $100 million contract that they were about to throw at him. What do you think about this bleeding in his game, man? Is he gonna bounce back? Game 5?
Well, I really hope not, but be honest. But like I said, I mean, I don't know. Look like game 4, he just wasn't in it. You know, I don't know if he got paid to play that way or what. I mean, his head wasn't in the game. I mean, but I think you'll see a different Chris Paul in game 5 though.
I'm almost positive.
You see a different player game 5. I hope not, but I think you will.
I'm almost, I'm almost positive. And before you got here, Lone Wolf, I'm going to ask you this question because I want to hear what the Lone Wolf has to say. Lone Wolf, you're the coach. You're in the Phoenix Suns locker room before this game tomorrow. What do you tell the Phoenix Suns?
I just tell them that, you guys are still the very best team. You had a couple of rough games, in Milwaukee, but you're back in your home court, and just do what you've been doing all year, and you'll be fine. I think Phoenix will win Game 5. Like I said, they should have, in my opinion, they should have won Game 4. When you have a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter, you gotta, and you're on the road. Those are games that you have to win, because you do not want to let the underdogs in. You don't want to give them second life, because to me, if Phoenix wins that game, then they close out tomorrow night. They close out, tomorrow night. So I predicted 6 games. I think that I still believe that Phoenix is going to win. I don't want to, jump ahead, but I think they win Game 5. I think they rebound nicely, and but that closeout game that I had predicted in Game 6 in Milwaukee. I think somebody had said earlier that it may go 7. I can see it going 7 now. I need for Chris Paul to play like the Hall of Famer that he supposedly is.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I tell you something real quick?
Yes, sir.
Milwaukee said there's no way Milwaukee can win 4 out of 5. Guess what? They're going to win 4 out of 4. 4 out of the next 4.
I did say that, and I was thinking about it.
There's no way they're going to win 4 out of 5. They're going to win 4 out of 4.
Okay. So I guess in order for them to win 4 out of 4, Brother Hardrick, then they have to win. They're going to go back and, like you were saying earlier, steal a game.
Go ahead. We're going
Game 5.
We're going to steal it tomorrow night.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think the Suns are going to come out
tonight.
Yeah, I think I think it's going to be a close game tomorrow, but I think Phoenix is going to pull it off. Yeah. Okay. If Chris Paul comes prepared to play, Booker comes prepared to play, and they play good defense in the hole, I think you're going to have a good run tomorrow night.
Okay. Michael Bryant says that when he attributes to Chris Paul's looking like Cliff in the last game, he says it was the pushing his back from the last series. And then Michael Bryant breaks it down for us. He said it knocked his backbone out of alignment.
Right.
Junior Doken. Junior says that Booker is going to score 50 points tomorrow. He says Booker is going to score 50 points. Booker going to drop 50.
Yeah, that's a pretty aggressive tomorrow. Yeah, pretty aggressive prediction.
And then, you know what? He was on his way to 50 the other day.
He was.
And then he got into foul trouble. Mm-hmm. He had about 8 or 9 fouls in that game. Mm-hmm. The officiating was horrible.
Yeah.
You remember there was that where I can't remember who the guy who he fouled, but that should have been his foul number 6. Yeah. They let it go.
Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
The official. It wasn't that great officiating in Game 4. You're correct. Especially, it was just glaring and blatant in the first few minutes of the game in the first quarter, and then it kind of tapered off. But every now and then you could see the misses from the refs.
Yeah.
In that game.
Yeah. Bucks got a break. They got the refs helped the Bucks out. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Sure did.
Last 2 games,
I think so too.
The Bucks.
Yeah, take it anywhere we can get it, man. I'm just gonna tell you like that, man. We take it anywhere we can get it. Mm-hmm. That's right. We take it anywhere we can get it. Absolutely. But
whatever happened to fair game and let the best team win, Cornell?
Well, that's what you tell kids. You tell them,
come on now.
You tell little kids, you say, hey, it's not about winning. But then but you grown and you be like you Lombardi. You like, hey, winning is the only thing. That's what I always think. But I tell kids, hey man, you did a good job. Hey, it's all right, Yeah. That's cool.
Time you got cheap to win. Hell, the Patriots did it for you. Little team practices. You see what I'm saying? The Jets, they've been doing that for years. Bill
Listen,
cheat.
but you
He been
know,
years.
but you know, I forget who it is. What's the dude name? Starting lineup on Phoenix. Plays really good defense. Forgetting the dude's name, man. Huh?
For what team?
For Phoenix.
You talking about Johnson? Cam Johnson?
Not Cam. Cam
Not him?
is a bad man now. Let me tell you, Cam is a bad man. That's gonna lead me to my next question.
What you talking
Cam
about?
is a bad man. Huh?
Bridges?
Not Bridges.
Payne.
No, Payne don't play no defense.
Not
Not
Payne.
Damn, who?
I can't remember the dude's name. I'll remember it in a minute. Junior Duncan says, "Oh, good evening to the host and cast, including HP."
Why they so hard on you, HB?
Oh, you know, it's a long story, but me and Junior.
So
on
now,
that field,
Are you talking Jay Crowder?
Jay
Cornell?
Crowder
middle,
always getting away with stuff, grabbing jerseys. He's always getting away with stuff.
But you
Crowder's
said
playing
that's how
nice. I like
grown
his
men play,
game.
though, right?
He's a good defensive player now. Don't get me wrong. But
Hey.
Crowder will hold you quick.
That's right. That's right. Bring it. All the tricks out the bag.
Okay, so
Yeah.
That's what you
that's
just
what
said.
I'm saying. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? This
So-
is the championship.
That's
you know?
right. That's right. You want to bring a big boy game, Phoenix? Bring the big boy game. Bring
Well,
all
I'ma
the
tell
tricks
you.
out the bag.
I'm gonna tell you what my strategy is. My strategy is the Bucks is, hey, I don't care. Let Booker score 50. We taking Chris Paul out the game. We gonna D him up, and we ain't gonna give him that mid range because whatever it was the other night, and I saw they kept doubling up on Chris Paul, and that kind of Chris Paul could never get on rhythm, but he did look like something else was going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had a bad tooth or what, but something was happening with Chris Paul the other night.
Something was going on. I think I could have played a better game.
I think you could have too.
Yeah, I could have played a better game. Now you had to take me out every 3 or 4 minutes, but I'd play a better game.
I could have probably knocked the dust off the Jordans, you know. I could have knocked the dust off the Jordans and square up a little bit. I wait to see what Junior or Michael Bryant have to say about that.
Yeah.
But
because my thing is, even if he's not shooting well, his turnovers were horrendous. If you're not shooting well, then just get the assist.
Yeah, he was sliding and he couldn't get around the pick and roll. He just wasn't. He was losing his dribble, losing the ball. He looked like, I mean, I know he's 36, he's got a lot of mileage on his body.
Yeah.
But if you're a Hall of Famer, which he is an eventual Hall of Famer, this is your moment.
Yeah.
And
he looked like an amateur.
Yeah, he played horrible. Booker was tremendous. Ayton played like garbage, in my personal opinion, hot garbage. But they still had enough. They were still doing well enough to secure that game, and it didn't happen. And I put that on Chris Paul. You know what? I'm not even going to say Ayton wasn't that good on the offensive end, but he was good with those rebounds. I think he had 16, 17 rebounds.
Yeah, Ayton always he's always on the boards now. Ayton always crashing the boards. But that leads me to, and before I ask that question, let me ask this question. Who is the X factor player in game 5? Who is going to be the X factor in this game? Who's going to step up and solidify their place in history on Saturday night? Who are we going to be talking about?
Holiday. Holiday. Now it's time to celebrate. Holiday.
Hodrick says Drew Holiday is going to be the X factor.
And game 5.
I trust Middleton more than I trust Holiday, man.
Oh, Middleton y'all is gonna get his I need Holiday. Give me 20.
Coach Mathis,
Yes.
who's going to be the X factor in game 5?
Game 5, I am still going with Booker.
All right. She's going with Booker. Okay. Mayor of Steeler Nation, who shall be the X factor?
I'm going to go back and say Ayton, because I believe that Chris Paul, he'll bounce back. I think Booker will bounce back. To me, they're the perennial all-stars, so they'll do good. What's the young man with the bushy hair? A lot of hair.
Oh, we just talked about him. The one slammed on the dude.
Yeah. What's his name?
Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson.
So I think Cam Johnson will be the X factor because Booker's an all-star. He'll play nice. Chris Paul, I don't think he can play that horrible again. So he'll be a lot better. I think Ayton will play better, and I think he'll be the X factor. That's who I'm thinking. That's what I'm guessing. Because I'm still going to hang on to my prediction, Phoenix in 6. So they have to win this game, because if they don't win this game, then HP is telling the truth.
That's right.
It's now or never. That's right. It's now or never.
Yeah, they got to win. It's a 2 out of 3 series, and you got to hold home court advantage.
Well, my X factor is going to be Middleton. I said Middleton go light it up, and I said Giannis is going to be dominant on the board. Giannis is going to be dominant. My next question is that we learned that although the game of basketball has changed with big men covering the top of the key more than the paint, electing to go for what's behind door number 2, then the mid-range game, the good old-fashioned block shot is still a game winner. Winner chicken dinner as Giannis blocks Ayton at a critical time in game 4. How big was that play for this series?
Oh, that turned game around.
Yeah. That was a series changer. Yeah.
That play turned it around because I really thought the Suns were going to win that game. But that one play right there was the outcome of that game.
That was a big play. That was a big play. That's one of those plays you look back, if Milwaukee wins this series and they have a reunion 25 years, from now, they look back on that play, and that play, makes all the difference. When you're on the road and you got a 9-point lead with 4 minutes left, I don't remember how long it was, 4 or 5 minutes with a 9-point lead, you're favored to win. The good teams close out. They finish that. And so that gives me pause to say Phoenix is going to win this series, because you do not allow a team, to come back. And so I'm really disappointed in them. I'm disappointed in Chris Paul, because he's a guy that, he's been so good for so long. And now he's finally on the big stage. And he's playing like yesterday or a couple days ago. He played like hot garbage, hot putrid garbage left in the sun that's developed a stench.
That's bad.
That's bad. But that's bad. His game was bad. It was horrible. And when you're a point guard, you get to control the tempo, and he just seemed to be struggling. They were playing great defense on him, and then him falling down and coming off pick and rolls and making those crucial turnovers and not hitting, no. If you're a Hall of Famer, which he is, you've got to, this is the big stage and you got to come through. So I expect him to bounce back. And if he doesn't, then he'll never get his ring. He'll be like Patrick Ewing, my favorite NBA player, couldn't get it done.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Coach Mathis, how you feel, ma'am?
About tomorrow's game?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Again, Chris Paul has to show up. And they have to play like a cohesive team, covering Giannis in the hole, and just come out ready to play. Come out ready to play. And it's going to be a tight game. I don't think it's going to be 118 to 106 or 118 to 100 this time, because the Bucks are ready. And I don't think it will matter to them where they're playing now, because they have momentum on their side. So the Suns got to come. Hopefully the refs are going to call a decent game tomorrow night, and so they should come out victoriously.
And before I say that, before I ask you the second part, Junior Duncan says the singing is horrible. My singing, I was saying it's now or never. He knows he's the crooner. He's the crooner. Then Michael Bryan says Duncan Jr. him don't have his gum glue in. So I let you, and I guarantee you, these are my teeth. I don't have to have gum glue. Michael Bryant, ma'am. The question that we were talking about earlier, I forgot the question. Reading the comments and laughing. But how big was the block? How big was the block in game 5? Game 4.
Oh, that was huge. That was huge. I believe that with that and Booker getting that his file and then followed by the block just changed the momentum for the rest of the game. And Phoenix just could not really get it together. They could not get that that control back that they had most of the game. And that's the sad part about it, because they were on fire. They were in the lead and they would let them come back. At the half, I believe, weren't they tied like 52? 52?
Yeah.
Something like that. And it was terrible. It was terrible. I felt for them. That was a horrible, horrible loss that really should not have occurred. So.
Well,
the Suns should have blew them out. I mean, they let Milwaukee hang around. You can't do that. I mean, you got a 10-point lead. You need to try to get a 20-point lead, because a 10-point lead is not safe.
No.
They're hung
NBA.
They're hung down.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I'm like, that's why CJ, I mentioned Middleton. You got to give him 40. And how much did Middleton score?
42, right?
40.
No, he scored 40. He scored exactly 40.
Oh yeah, HP.
He got to take over the game.
Yeah,
Hardrick was Nostradamus.
He was Nostradamus. He was Nostradamus. And HP, what you were saying, the man I first heard this comment come from one day when we were playing them intramural football after he tackled me to take my flag off. Junior Duncan said, "Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun." So you heard that one before, right, Lothario?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, because every now and then a blind mule finds an acorn. And so, bottom line, they gave him the gun, and so this is my next question. Snap said back in the days, I think Snap had the rat tail and everything, big dude, like he come off breaking. Snap said, "I got the power." Who has the momentum going into game 5? Who's got the power? Who's got the momentum going into game 5?
The Bucks do. That's why I think we gonna go in there tomorrow night and we're gonna steal game 5.
Okay. All right, HP. Coach Mathis, who's got the power? Who's got the momentum?
I have to go with Phoenix. I still have to go with the Suns. They're going to have home court. They are down, so they're going to come out hungry. They're going to want some of my pies when they get there. So,
all right. Yeah, she put that sweet potato pie up there last time. I tell you what. Well, I tell you that changed my whole attitude. Yeah. The mayor of Steeler Nation, Lone Wolf, the man that's gonna always tell you the truth. Who, sir, has the momentum going into this game? Who's got the power?
The one thing about the mayor of Steeler Nation, the alpha male lone wolf, is that he hates to be wrong and he hates to admit that he's wrong, but he will. But since I predicted that Phoenix is going to win in game 6, then I don't really believe in, you could say Milwaukee has momentum because I think Phoenix let them let a game slip away. But at the beginning of the series, I said that I trust Chris Paul and Devin Booker more than I trust Giannis and Chris Middleton. And so I'm going to stick with that. So I'm going to say that I still believe, I think it's going to be something different. I still, I don't believe in luck, but I do believe in good fortune. And I think it's good fortune that Milwaukee is even in this series in terms of, because they could have lost to the Brooklyn Nets had Brooklyn not been injured. But in any case, I think Chris Paul, the future Hall of Famer, I think he rebounds nicely. He knows that his window is all but closed. He knows how important this game is, and he's going to bounce back. He's going to win game 5, or they're going to win game 5, and maybe we're going to 7. My prediction was in Phoenix in 6, but maybe we have to go the roundabout way to get to my 6-game prediction. And so this one's going to be Phoenix. I agree with Coach Mathis.
Okay, so I give of course, I embrace the Bucks. You see my camouflage on. I'm out there in the bush with the Bucks. I embrace the Bucks, and I believe the Bucks have the momentum. I believe the Bucks have the mental edge. I saw Chris Paul's face and Booker's face when they were sitting at the press conference, and they look hurt because those first 2 games they looked unbeatable. I'm going to tell you, I had to sit back, and you remember what I said? I wanted to recant my statement I had made, and you made me, Lone Wolf, step out on the limb. You made me say it. You made me own up to it. You said, Cordell, you don't sound confident. I said, Hodges said, I guarantee you'll win. So I had to go ahead and sound confident. And because they really looked, I'm going to tell you, they're Batman and Robin when those two are firing on the same cylinder. And they're unbeatable, but you got to take one out the game. And it's not going to be Booker because they have not been capable to take Booker out. I mean, I don't think they're capable. I see Booker doing that little Kobe Bryant fade away. He looked like Kwai Chang, man. I was saying earlier, he looked like Grasshopper. Take the rock from my hand. He had no shots. And I'm like, Kobe Bryant, man. Kobe's not here no more, but I'm like, I can see Kobe's apprentice, man. Look like I could see his aura on the court when he was back in, and they're not stopped. They're not able to stop him. They're not able to stop Booker. But the other night, whatever was going on with CP3, they were still defensing him. I saw 2 people coming out of it on him, and that was giving them problems. It was giving them problems. So go after CP3, man. Take somebody, because if both of them are scoring, it's gonna be problems.
Yeah,
problems. It's gonna be problem because you don't want them to get up. You don't want them to get up 15, 20 points on you because that's cake bake. Cake bake if they get up 15, 20 points on you.
Phoenix or Milwaukee.
Phoenix. You don't want Phoenix to get up on going in that second half. You got to win the third quarter and the fourth quarter with them. You don't want to be close with them in the third quarter.
And you know what, Cornell? That's what bothers me about, game 4 is that, Phoenix was winning most of the fourth quarter. And in a tight game, when you're down 2-1, the home team is, you got the crowd behind you. The home team is going to get power from the crowd, but you still got to knock them out. You still got to knock them out. And they had them knocked out. You got a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter. You got to hang on to that. So that bothered me that they were not able to secure that game after getting that, that big lead, somewhat big lead. But like I said, I just don't think, with the mental toughness of Chris Paul, that he'll have 2 bad games in a row. So at the very least, in my personal opinion, and the Mayor Steel Nation hates to be wrong, and even though he's often wrong, I still think that they'll come back and rebound. And I think you'll see role players like Ayton, who I don't really look at as an all-star yet. I think he plays better because these type of players play better at home than they do on the road. You need your superstars to show up on the road.
Yes.
So you need the Chris Middletons, the Giannis, you need for them to show up on the road. And I'm not so sure, even though he's been unstoppable, I'm not sure that Giannis, game 5 and game 7 is going to be able to hit that clutch shot. Chris Middleton, yeah. That boy from Charleston, that boy from the Chuck.
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
think he'll hit it.
You know that boy from Chuck will be able to hit that shot though.
Yeah, Mike Gord, he'll be able to hit that boy.
You
And he
think he'll
might
be able to
score
hit that
50.
shot
He
down
might
low?
score
Yeah.
50.
No, he can score 50.
You think he'll get 50?
Exactly.
HP, you think my man can get 50?
Who's that?
He get 50?
He might get 50, man.
He might
Booker?
get
Gord.
50.
You said Booker?
Huh?
No, I was talking about Chris Middleton,
Chris
the boy
Middleton.
from the Chuck.
50.
Boy from
Not
Chuck.
50 from him. I need
Huh?
20 Holiday.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you what.
No,
That
hey,
20 you need from Holiday, don't
real
bet
quick.
no money on that.
CJ, real quick. If you look at it now, I think Milwaukee's game plan is we can't let Chris Paul and Booker beat us. We got to stop one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So one can get 30 and one can get 10. But both of them get 30, Milwaukee going to lose.
Kick big.
So
Kick
that's
big.
we got to stop one of them. We're not going to stop both of them. We got to stop one of them.
If Chris Paul coming out there hitting that fade in that mid range, kick big, bro.
And if
I'm
you get Booker, I mean, it's probably going to be all over for Milwaukee. So the key is we got to stop one of them. We're not going to stop both. We got to stop at least one of them.
I hadn't seen them stop Booker yet. And really Chris Paul stopped himself the other night. You know,
Yeah,
they
and
were like,
game three
all around him, huh?
had a bad game 4. You see?
Yeah. Booker had a great game, so Booker due for a bad game. But you know, the crazy thing is this: Booker and Ayton, this is their first playoff. This is their first playoff appearance, isn't it?
Yeah, because
I don't
it
know.
is.
This is
It
Ayton
is.
and Booker's first playoff appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is their first playoff appearance, and I think Booker already. I looked it up earlier. I think he's got like 3 40-point games. Most 40-point games in first career playoffs. 5, Rick Barry. 3, Devin Booker. 3, Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah. Yep, I saw that too.
Booker is a beast. I mean,
Booker
he's
is
one of
a
those
monster,
players
man.
like he's going to be an all-star for years because he has that it factor. You know what I mean? Some certain players aren't going to be denied and they're going to show up. They may have a bad game here or there, but when the pressure is down, they want the ball. So his offensive game is meticulous, pristine. Now his defensive game, like that horrible foul that he got that he should have fouled out, and the referees, so some of his results have been questionable, like on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, this kid is legit. So Chris Paul, I'm just thinking, at 36 years old with all those minutes on his body, and maybe he just isn't, because a couple of years ago, Chris Paul wouldn't have crumbled in the clutch the way he did in Game 4. He crumbled. They picked him up from full court and they made him work very hard. They put size on him. They were hand checking him. And, when it was time, when he finally got an open shot, he was missing it, or he had these, uncharacteristic turnovers. He played horrible. He played like what? Hot, putrid garbage. So, yeah, I can still smell the after effects of his game.
That's bad.
Hold on. Y'all smell that? That was Chris Paul's game. Hot duty.
Thank you, CP. Thank you.
We say HP?
I said I thank CP3 for his game 4 performance.
We appreciated it. Yeah, we appreciated it.
Very much.
Especially repping Bucks Nation. We appreciated it.
Yep, him and the refs. They got it going on.
Oh, here we go with the refs now. Oh, listen, we're going to be down in the city of the sun coming up Game 5. So, it's a good old-fashioned war. I tell you, it makes me feel like those old Los Angeles Lakers, Boston Celtics games where we go down to Game 7 and go beat them on that parquet floor. That's what it reminds me of. Because I remember I used to be at Revival, because we had to go to church. Our revival, I don't know why, they'll always schedule it with the NBA playoffs. And I done try everything to get out of going to church. Tell my grandma I'm sick. I don't feel good. I see you going to church tonight. And so, I go in there, I sit down mad, back there mad. I heard the man say nothing. I'm trying to get out. Now somebody will testify. I'm mad again, boy. I want to go when the game is starting, boy. I want to hear that. What is it? I want to hear the music. I want to be in the house, man. And so yeah, when I get home, man, go watch the NBA playoffs. And so I've got that feeling that NBA playoff, the basketball is just fantastic. I'd also like to add that most points in their first NBA playoffs, in playoffs period, Devin Booker, 522 points. Rick Barry, 521 points. Julius Erving, 518 points. Trae Young, 461 points. So Booker's balling, bro. I never even knew. Listen, I didn't know Devin Booker before this series started. I didn't know who Devin Booker was.
Yeah.
Really?
No, yeah. I didn't know Devin Booker, but I know Devin Booker now.
Oh yeah.
I definitely know Devin Booker now. So Milwaukee, the other night at Milwaukee, we had an attendance at the game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Oscar Robertson, John McLaughlin, and they were the guys that won the only title that the Bucks have, the 1971 NBA championship. They were in Fiserv Forum the other night.
Long time ago.
How big was that? How big was that, do you think, for the players? Do you think that added to the mystique, to the excitement in the air, to be playing at home in Game 4? You think that added to it?
I think so, Cornell. I think having that support of those players just kind of reinforced that, hey, you guys, we did it. You guys can do it too. So, yeah, I think that was huge.
Of course it did.
Somebody trying to get your HP.
I'm in trouble.
No, you good.
But of course, it was huge. I mean, the motivation. Kareem is in the house. The big old must-win Game 4. Couldn't have been no bigger. Of course, it was very huge.
Huge. Monumental. Ginormous. Gigantic.
Well, there's got to be somebody that doesn't agree on the panel. So of course that'll be me, because it's got to be a bad guy. I don't think it made a damn difference. Because if you're on the basketball court and you're worrying about Kareem, who's about 95 years old, Oscar Robertson, who's about 96 years old, maybe then yeah, if you're paying attention to them old geriatrics, then you're not, you're not. So I don't think it really meant nothing. I think it looked good on TV. But in the end, if you're looking out in the audience and you're like, I wonder what Kareem thinks about that post, that pick, Kareem never shot a 3-pointer. You know what I'm saying? So my thing, it looked good for TV. If you are a TV cameraman, you gotta show them, because their history is there, and they did play for Milwaukee. But if those young men who weren't even born when this championship took place, if they're thinking about Kareem and they're thinking about, heck, was Kareem even, because most of us didn't even know that Kareem played for the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, I did, but I didn't know Oscar Robertson did. So those young men weren't even born. But, I think it's something good for like the locker room. But if you're on the court, once the court and the game starts and you're thinking about Kareem and you're thinking about Oscar Robertson, advantage Phoenix.
And
Advantage Phoenix. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, that may have been
Okay.
the case, but they didn't capitalize.
They didn't capitalize. They didn't capitalize. So I think it was a good PR move on Milwaukee. I definitely would have had them, in there. They definitely would have got free tickets if I'm, Milwaukee general manager. But yeah, if you're thinking about, those two dinosaur icons, then your game is not where it's supposed to be at.
Oh God! I wish
Somebody
Irv
gotta
was
be the
there
bad guy.
to hear that.
Vanish different.
What'd
We
you say,
un-
HG?
I said, Vanish, you got to be different. We understand.
Gotta be different.
Vanish is funny, man. Okay, guys, and so last question. And you know what the last question is, man? What is going to be the score tomorrow night?
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna say 110. Unfortunately, I think that I really believe Milwaukee has a shot to win this series now. So I think they'll keep it close, but I think it's going to be 110 to 103. No, you know what? No, scratch that. I say it's going to be 100 and 110, 106, 108. I don't know. I'm not good with predicting scores, just outcomes.
110 to 108. 2-point game.
Yeah.
All right. Lone Wolf has said 110 to 108. Lone Wolf has spoken. Suns. Coach Mathis, what is going to be the final score tomorrow night?
I say it's 109, 105 Suns.
109, 105 Suns. All right. Okay. HP, the man with the ties down there in Las Vegas. The man whose finger is on the pulse of the morning, sir. Tell us, HP, what the score is going to be tomorrow night.
I think this game going to be in the 90s. I got that feeling. It's going to be in the 90s. So I'm going to say Milwaukee 96, Phoenix 93.
Milwaukee 96, Phoenix 93.
I don't think they're going to break 100 tomorrow. I got that feeling.
And here comes Cornell Johnson. Of course, the man that's swimming against the grain. Milwaukee basketball Bucks 110. Phoenix Suns 94.
So they're gonna blow them out in Phoenix. Is that what you're saying?
110 to 94.
All right, I got everybody on record.
Not quite a blowout. Not quite a blowout.
110 and 94.
Wow. That's 16 points.
In Phoenix, that's a blowout.
Yeah, that's 16 points.
16, yeah, that's a blowout.
Holiday must go 40.
Middleton go light it up tomorrow night. Middleton go light it up. Giannis take his place. As long as they can keep Lopez from shooting 3-pointers, they'll be all right. At the wrong time. Lopez is shooting some stupid 3-pointers, bro.
He to be on the bench.
He just and Connaughton. Connaughton's shot works sometimes, but it doesn't work as much as it doesn't work as much as it does not work. So they need to stop trying to make Bobby Portis the first option. I don't understand what they're doing with that either. Giannis is Giannis and Middleton. Giannis and Middleton. That's your 1-2 punch. That's your 1-2 punch. Get them hot early, get them going early. But they're going to get 116, 94.
But the role players got to play big too now. Yeah. We need to run up. Connaughton played big in game 4.
Just don't hurt us. That's what I'm saying.
Role players step up. You need it.
Yeah.
To win on the road.
I hope Drew Holiday make me shame. I hope he make me shame tomorrow night, but I just don't. I don't know.
His offensive game has been garbage.
He's been missing,
but he played good defense.
Oh, his defense is on.
Yeah, his defense is
on. Yeah, but he's missing chip shot. If it was a field goal, he's missing chip shots. Layup, right under the basket. Layups, unabated, untouched. Nobody's touching them. Looks like me. I ain't gonna lie. I used to miss shots like that because I was intimidated. We be playing against Big Boy, and he'd be put the elbow in my chest, and he'd be like, "You better pass the ball." I was scared to score on him, man.
Oh
gosh, I was scared to score on him. But I just want to thank my classmates, class of '86. The camaraderie, the time that we've had together. We've got Junior Duncan here, class of '85. Michael Bryant, the class of '84. No, Junior Duncan's class of '87.
87,
Bryant,
Junior's
the
the year
class of
behind.
'84, and of course the class of '86. Barbara Mathis, former
Yes.
basketball player, Berkeley High School, raining down fire. We've got Lothario Vanish, slap it across the fence. The Lone Wolf, Alpha Male, and HP Hodrick Porche, the hardest working man in the podcast business. With us also, former, what's the name of that college you used to play for, Hodrick?
The Golden Rams.
The Golden Rams. The Golden Rams. HP. Golden Rams. HP, when I saw you play for the Golden Rams, when I saw you in that newspaper article, I took an ibuprofen.
Yeah.
I said, why do I gotta be so
Where's that college at? Hardrick.
Albany, Georgia.
Albany, Georgia, okay.
Albany, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, they did an article on him. You got to get that article, man. They had an article on Hodrick in the Post Courier.
Yeah.
Awesome.
When he was down there playing. But I thank my classmates for coming. I guess we'll come back and do this in 2 more games.
All right.
Hey, I'm gonna try and be on time next time. I'm sorry, I didn't even.
I'm glad you came, man. Don't worry about that.
Mhm.
We're glad you had, man. We had a good show. We had an awesome show. Watch that game tomorrow night, guys. Also, go USA. Go USA. And we'll see you guys next time.
All right. All right. All right, everybody.
Bye-bye.